All right, for number 9, I can only combine the 3y and the 3y. So what's 3y plus 3y?
6y.
And I got negative 4y squared plus 6y. Because you write it in the order of highest exponent to lowest.
No, this is adding, so you wouldn't add. Never mind.
You don't add the exponents. You only add the exponents when you multiply, if that was your question. Did you answer your own question halfway through?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm like, wait, hold on.
That's good. At least you recognize that.
There you go.
All right, number 10. How would you graph this? What do you do first?
We go down 1.
So you start with your y-intercept, which is this one. So you go down 1 on your y-axis, and remember it's x, y.
Correctly, we go up 3, right? 4.
Yep. Take a point. And you go up 3 because the number in front of x is a positive 3. Yes, I did make copies of those this morning. Didn't get to make copies of our notes, but point strips, we got that. It's okay. I'll just save those notes for tomorrow, and we'll just do like an overview today.
Yes.
So I think we have more points just right here. So the country has money.
Well, probably, but for different reasons than what you think. Alright, so this says x equals 5 for number 11. Are we going to go on the x-axis or the y-axis? The x. And how many do we go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so that's a vertical line, and it looks like this. In case we've forgotten how to graph those, that's how you graph it. And then what do we have to do on number 12?
I think we start with subtracting the x.
You do. You have to solve for y. So you subtract the x.
And then we divide by 2 as well.
And you get 2y equals negative x plus 7. Why did I not combine the x and the 7?
Because we can't.
Why?
They're 2 different numbers.
They're not like terms. Good. And then what do I divide by? Potatoes. What number's in front of y? So I divide by 2. And I divide everything by 2. So that's y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3.5. And why did I change that to a 3.5?
Because that's what 7 divided by 2 is.
Yes, and why did I leave this as a fraction?
Because there's an invisible 1 in front of that x. So 1 divided by 2 is 0.5.
Yep, and it's slope, correct?
Yeah.
Good, take a point.
Yeah.
Alright, so I go up 1, 2, 3.5. And then your slope is negative 1/2. So since it's on halfway, you go down 1, which would be halfway, and then right 2. Down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. Ta-da! And remember the worksheet for yesterday, those 8 problems?
Yeah.
Get it out, put it in the tray. Hopefully it's done.
Did you hear about Stephen Hawking?
I did.
Yeah, that was sad.
Well, he's lived a nice long life, so it's not really sad.
He was playing is going on.
He was our best.
Your only twin?
Well, the only thing we have in common is our
Okay, Troy. Okay.
Stop lying right now, Troy. We all know that.
I like that positive thinking that you're doing.
But you need to slow down your roll, Troy.
Okay, so you're at
My nose will not stop trying to bleed.
Isn't it true that Stephen Hawking?
Please go to this page in your handy dandy notebook, because today we're going to find solutions by factoring. So we're bringing back our factoring skills.
oh wait, is that the right one?
Yes. And happy Pi Day, children.
Yes, 3.1.
It's Pi Day.
3.14.
Oh yeah, 3.1415.
We're doing
And
that.
Publix is giving away free slices of their key lime pie.
No, what?
It's time to get better.
All public stores?
Let them have.
I am going
I
there.
gotta call out that.
In Mo. I'm about
Just go for lunch.
to change my hats.
Sure, about the meal, about for example.
Yes, we have to be there at 3:14.
So it's fine. It's free.
Yeah. She'll just. Is it all day?
4 to 7.
From 4 to 7. Perfect.
There's right out many things in the world that's free. Free pie. Well, actually, it's not really free because they have to make it pay for it and all that. But anyway, it's free for us.
The oxygen, we're letting you breathe right now. Safe for us.
Are we ready?
As of right now.
Do we need a mow? What's happening?
As of right now, it is.
Oh, please go.
It'd be a great way to get this.
What page should we be on?
38.
Gotcha.
This is 38A. Because we're just starting it today. 38A.
Well, here comes everybody. Was it cold?
Alright, solving quadratics by factoring. Please write this down and your learning target.
Okay, but write your learning target.
It's not Miranda either. Are we having like a learning target every day?
Yeah.
Or is it just the same one over and over for like a week or so?
It depends.
Okay.
Depends on. We know we have to find where it crosses the x-axis, but today we're going to do it by factoring. And if we have enough time, then we're going to combine the two and make magic happen. Are you ready? So, how do I want to, okay. Solve each quadratic by factoring. Now, we know that when we're solving the quadratic, it has to be equal to what to be able to find the 0. Good. And we want y to equal 0, and that's the whole point. And I had pretty notes made for us, and then someone took over the copier with 45,000 pages of copies.
I can do the first problem. I would like it. Yeah, I can do the first problem.
I'm just going for like 25 minutes.
Right. Alright, so we're going to start with x squared minus 6x equals 27. Did I tell y'all yesterday that Miss Compton had her baby?
Tell her I'll say congratulations.
Yeah, she did.
Her name's Lily.
Lily Grace. Yep,
Oh, it's a girl.
Baby girl.
it is.
Well, good for her.
It's not a boy named
I
Lily.
mean, she should have named it Troy. I mean, my cousin's.
So Miss Matthews' baby was
I've
born
seen girls.
Monday,
Yes.
and Lily was born Tuesday.
Yep.
Well, it's a perfect.
I was just checking on her.
You gotta have kids.
We got like 14 weeks left, son.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Alright, now this one is not equal to 0, so I'm going to subtract 27 because I need to get everything over here. Do we agree or disagree? Now, can I combine this 27 with the x squared or the 6x? No. So I write x squared minus 6x minus 27 equals 0. And now I have to what? How are we finding the solutions?
You find the axis
No, how are we finding the solutions this time?
factor.
Factoring. And who remembers how we factor a trinomial?
You gotta first gotta find it.
The star method. Good, take a point. Alright, draw your star. What goes in the top of our star? Who remembers?
6.
Hey.
27.
The negative 27. What goes in the bottom of our star?
And then
Negative 6. And then what goes in the top left and right?
1.
1.
1. And then
And you could write an X with it if you wanted to, correct? So that you know that goes out front. So we could write an X there if we wanted to. Alright, so now we need to list the multiples of 27 so that we can figure out what multiplies to give us 27 and add to give us 6.
9 and 3 and 1 3.
Alright, so we have 9 and 3. But we need negative 27, right?
and 3.
Why, Troy, why do you say negative 9 instead of negative 3?
Because negative 9 plus 3 would equal negative 6.
Yes, take a point. Awesome.
What did you say?
He said negative 9 plus 3 equals negative 6, so that's why he made that one negative.
Oh.
Because you need a negative 27 and a negative 6, right?
Gotcha.
So your big factor is negative. So you have negative 9 and 3. Now who remembers how we write our parentheses? You can tell me.
What's the question?
How do you
Oh,
write that?
okay.
The parentheses.
You know how to direct me to it?
I can tell you.
This time, could I have members of the fishing team, to the gym for photos, please?
I thought she said sifting team, and I was like, I
They
don't.
sift flour.
That's what I was like. Are we mining for gold? Are we doing flour? What is happening?
To be honest, I thought they said golf.
Golf is our-
No, golf.
GOTH.
Oh, golf.
Yeah.
I said golf.
All right. So how do I write my parentheses? I have my parentheses. I have it equal to 0. What do I do with the left side of my fraction?
No, sorry, but I remember you saying that they have to touch. Will it be counted wrong if they're not? The parentheses?
Well, they're just gotta be next to each other. Okay, there's nothing between them.
Okay.
What goes in the front of the parentheses?
1 is minus 9.
So x minus 9. Take a point. And what goes on the right parentheses?
1 is plus 3.
X plus 3.
Yay.
Ta-da! Now, it says to solve it, correct?
Yes.
So we need to find our solutions. What you do from here, and this is what part is different. Stand up for a minute, squishing the baby. You take each of your parentheses and you set it equal to 0. So we have x minus 9 equals 0, and x plus 3 equals 0. And now we solve for x. So what does x equal right here?
Oh.
We would add 9 to both sides.
9.
9. And what does x equal here?
Negative.
Negative 3. Why is it negative 3? Because you have to subtract. And those are your solutions. Ta-da!
Yay.
I know. Troy, you were just gone. I mean, not Troy. Bronson, I was looking at Troy and said, I'm sorry. Hey, Troy, you were just gone. So, no. I'll let you go 5 minutes before we leave, but right now we have to have a lesson. Alright, so what was the first thing that we did? What did we do first? You can look at your paper and or my paper. What? Made the equation equal 0. Good, take a point. And then what did we do with that equation once we got it equal to 0? We did the star method. Good. And once we take a point, and once we found our factors, what did we do here?
You put it in parentheses.
What did I do right here? Where I'm pointing.
You subtract.
I set each of my parentheses equal to what?
0.
To 0. You're going to do that every time. We'll add the graphing part to it later. We're just refreshing our factoring memory. Is everybody ready for B? All right. Do I want to go crazy?
Yeah.
No, let's not go crazy. Let's go insane.
Ah, I like your thinking.
Y squared plus y equals 20. I'll save the crazy for an MO. Alright, what do I have to do first? Subtract 20. Good, take a point. And why do I subtract 20, y'all?
To get all numbers.
Yes, take a point. And why did I not combine that minus 20 with anything in my quadratic? Yes, no like terms. Good, take a point. Now what do I do? Star method. Alright, so I need two numbers that multiply to give me negative 20 and add to give me what? What number's in front of y? 1.
2 and 10.
2 and negative 10, so that doesn't work, because that doesn't add to give us 1, right?
Negative 5 and 4.
Negative 4 and 5. Now, why would negative 5 and 4 not work, even though it multiplies to give us negative 20?
Because it will equal 9.
It would equal negative 1.
Negative 1.
Yes, and then 5 and negative 4 would equal what? Is anybody alive out there? Why? What is my father doing? How do I write my parentheses?
Y plus 5
And
and 1
y
minus
is 4 minus 4.
Equals.
0.
Good. Take a point. Am I done, or do I need to find my solutions?
Find your solution.
All right. How do I find my solutions from this point?
By subtracting, well, you would separate them like the y,
And set them equal to what?
0.
Good.
And you would subtract 5 to get negative 5 and add 4 to get 4.
I got excited. And those are our solutions. Good. Take a point. Can you try one without me?
Sure.
Does everybody understand how we got negative 5 and positive 4 through my scribble? Because we subtracted 5 right here, and then we added 4 right here, and Manny's going to turn around and focus on math and not the parking lot. All right, C. If you can do this one without me.
It's the one where you go crazy?
Nope. X squared minus 18x equals negative 32. And when you want me to come check it, let me. This is what I got. If you need the pictures, please fix it. Please copy it down, because now we're about to add some fun to this.
Is this where we go crazy?
Yes. We're done copying this one down. Okay. All right, so I'm going to work this problem out right here because I can, and I don't feel like flipping. So this one is going to be 4x squared plus 17x plus 15 equals 0. Now, what is different this time than the ones that we previously done?
We have a number in front of the x squared.
A number in front of x squared. Good. Both of you take a point. And it's already equal to 0. So we don't have to add or subtract anything. We can just jump right into our star method. All right. Who remembers what we have to do to factor these? What's the special thing we have to do?
Simplify the fraction.
At the end of it, yes, we do have to simplify the fraction. And what do we have to put in the top? Does 15 go in the top, or do we have to do something first?
Oh, you have to multiply
Multiply what?
by
4 and
4 x squared.
4 and 15. Good. Both of you take a point. You were trying to get there.
I was.
4 and 15. And what's 4 times 15?
60.
60. And then 17 goes here. And what goes in our top left and right this time? 4. Isn't it exciting? All right. Let's Sorry. Let's list all of our multiples of 60. We know that 4 plus 15 does not give us 17, so we're not going to write that one down.
15,
4. And we're not going to write that one down because that doesn't add to give us 17.
You are 12 and 5.
12 and 5, does that multiply to give us 60?
Yeah.
Does that add to give us 17? Well, hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Did you start the Mickey Mouse Club?
Yes.
I still hate it.
I still watch it sometimes. There's a very nice. I still watch it.
No judgment, all God's children. Alright, also you get a point.
Like,
His pet is literally another
Yeah,
dog. It's a
13
dog
points.
walking another dog.
Who's that big one?
No, it's a mouse walking a dog.
No, wait, no. His like Pluto the dog, right? And then Goofy, he's a dog too. So it's a dog walking a dog,
Yeah, that was weird.
or a dog walking a dog.
I think you're
Slavery.
looking too far
Slavery,
into.
though.
Okay.
It's like,
I think
Oh, wait.
Alright.
I think
No, it's not, and let's not go there. And what goes into both 4 and 12?
4.
Alright, what's 4 divided by 4?
4. No.
What's 12 divided by 4?
3.
3. Alright, now how do I write my parentheses?
You're gonna do x plus 4.
Good, take a point.
X plus 3.
I have to breathe. Before you try and say it, breathe. Okay? Alright, now what do I do with my 2 sets of parentheses? Can y'all see this pink or do I need to switch colors?
Change the color.
Okay. What do I need to do with my parentheses now?
You subtract.
What did I do with my parentheses here?
You separate them first.
I separate them and set them equal to what?
0.
Can y'all see this green any better?
See.
Okay.
A little bit of black, but
Alright, so one of our zeros is at what? How would I solve this? Where's one of my zeros at? X is -3. So one of my zeros is at -3. And how would I solve this one? What do I have to do first?
you add 5.
No.
No.
I subtract 5.
Yeah.
And then
Divide by 4.
divide by 4. And leave it as a fraction. Now, if we were actually graphing it, what would we do with those two numbers?
Set them as coordinates.
Yep. And they would be on which axis? Good. Take a point. And we would also divide 5 and 4, right? That way we can figure out where exactly it is. But since we're just finding our solutions here, you can leave it like that.
So if you get 1/3 by you
Right here?
you have to 3 like 3.4 is 12 and like that.
Yes. I divided the top and bottom by 4. Yes, Bronson. Alright, una más, and then maybe no homework tonight if we can get this problem done. I should have moved up so I didn't have to write on the back and could save that for tomorrow. But lesson learned.
Tomorrow's gonna be real fun.
It is because we're just putting graphing with it.
Yep. Sure is.
And we'll actually have a foldable, like a handout.
Look.
Is this homework problem?
No, this is our right now problem. If we finish it, we don't have homework. Alright. Is my quadratic equal to 0?
No.
Okay, so what do I need to do to get it equal to 0?
Subtract 15.
Subtract 15, and I get negative 2x squared plus 13x minus 15 equals 0. Now I do the star method. And what do I do?
You put 13 on the top No, 15
15 on the top, negative 15, 30.
30. Where do we get 30 from?
Multiplying to
Is it positive or negative?
negative 2.
It's negative 2 times negative 15. Alright, and then we have negative 2 and negative 2. Manny.
Yeah, I'll say more this way.
Alright, what two numbers? Multiply to give us 30, but add to give us 13. 10 and 3.
12.
When are we gonna have to
The only response.
Next week. Alright, now which side reduces? The left or the right?
right? Left.
The left reduces. And what goes into both 2 and 10?
5. No.
No,
2.
1/5.
See, because we was thinking 5 times 2.
Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my 5 negative instead of my 1. And the reason is because I need a negative 2 out front, correct?
Correct.
And if my 1 is negative, and if I wrote it as negative x plus 5 and negative 2x, when you distribute that, you're going to get a positive 2, correct?
Correct.
But I need a negative 2. So I'm going to change it to x minus 5 because I'm fancy. And then it's going to be negative 2x plus 3 equals 0. And now what do I do?
Separate them.
Separate them. Where is one? Where are one of my zeros at?
Positive 5.
Positive 5. Good. Take a point. And where is my other 0 at?
You have
Solve this side. Tell me where my other 0 is at.
You add 3,
Mm-hmm.
you subtract 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you negative 2x equals negative 3,
Okay.
and then you divide 2, like don't you like put 2 on that side, right? Like it'd be like negative 32, like like 3 up here slash 2 down.
So negative 3 divided by negative 2.
You divide that.
And you get?
I'm not the right man.
Alright guys, have a great day. Make good choices. Those of you that were out at the beginning, I recorded the math workshops on the video. So if you want to watch the beginning of the video,